So, let's see. We now have this to address, right? When it comes to reference, the advice is to store it appropriately. With that, the question comes up. How? How do you go about storing reference appropriately? Continuing with the analogy from the last session, retains in the production or laboratory environment, we can consider three fundamental things that are key to storing appropriately. One is product ID. It may be some alphanumeric identification. Two is the lot number. When this product was made, it would have been given something to trace everything to it. So, this finished product can trace back to whatever was used to make it. And three is the date. When was this product made? What date was it? Let's look at this in terms of reference. When I look at product ID, I think of classification. What's the group? What's the grouping for this information? Now this experience I've just had is in essence the product. I went through a moment. The experience is what came out of it. I now have this experience to reference. This reference falls into some category, some group, some class. It's important to store it appropriately, considering the grouping. Is this a personal growth, development? Is this finance related? That is it a financial matter? Is it health? Whatever it falls in, you're making somewhat of a mental note. 2. Lot number. All right. Here I think about trace, the link to all other relevant info. It's not so much what you call it, but more so how you link everything to it. Our brains retain things. We want to be able to retrieve that information later. So it's important to be intentional, right? What's that link? That link will more likely be a future ID than a current. But you want to consider the trace in the moment. I experienced this. How I reference it in the future will be relative to how well I can pull on this information. Trace. 3. The date. The when. Now, I think of that in terms of context. Date, we tend to think of the month, day, year. When you think in a big picture, that's context. So, what's the surrounding to this moment? And what's relevant to this moment? What makes this experience applicable? Again, you don't know what you're going to do with the reference. But you want to be able to use it, so you need to store it appropriately. Product ID, lot number, date. What's the grouping? What's the trace? What's the context? Be deliberate, be diligent, be intentional on processing the information, however you process things. But recognize the experience you have, that's growth. You gain reference by that moment. So, extract for later reference, for later use from that moment. Remember growth in this assigned acronym. Gain. Reference. Outlined. With. Tested. Hypotheses. Gain reference outlined with tested hypotheses.